All right, coaches. So essentially, we are looking for each of the prospects to convert. And in order to convert, we need to be driving messaging home throughout the 6 week during the challenge time. It's not just something that they do for 6 weeks and then they're done. So there is a pitch that we kind of want to be able to do and say during the time that they're there to like program their mind so that they're not thinking, okay, at the end of 6 weeks, I'm just done. I'll see you later. It's that they're going to stay. I keep going back to the fact that if you have a 6-on-1 for 6 weeks, like the ultimate goal is to keep that 6-on-1 forever, right? That's a no-brainer. You have 3 hours a week that you get six people in front of you that you can either convert into a client, you could bring in their friends. It's just a way better. It also leaves you with a zero, well, not a zero, but a much less possibility of having an hour where you have nobody there because you have six people in that time slot. And so, with the one-on-one training, which I love, it's great. If that person doesn't show up, then you have a dead hour, and the dead hour is killing you. So we want to make sure that we're always looking as we develop this. We want to look at how do we make an hour really work for us. And if we have six people in that hour, that's much easier to keep than one-on-one where if they didn't show up. So you kind of have to have a really good spread of that. And the reason I go into that is because if we need you to pitch before class and after class, and that's not every single time, but you need to know what the pitch is, and you need to know that it's really important to keep pushing people towards going into the membership site. So one of the things I call it is like be our hacker for life, be our gym hacker for life. So being somebody who's figured out the gym, they've lost some weight, they understand it. So we call it a be our gym hacker for life. We'll eventually have probably shirts done up and everything like that. So it's super exciting. But the goal is to get this person to be committed for the year. And so we have to keep saying that. So before the class starts, you can either announce people who have converted, which is huge, and just say, hey, to other challengers, hey, you got to be excited about it. Hey, did you hear a couple people converted into the BR Gym Hacker for Life, or they're members for life program, which is so exciting. I'm so pumped to see them change over. They'll be like, wait, what is this about that? About that? Oh, we'll talk about it after class. And then after class, you do the little bit of a pitch. Hey, you came in for the 6 week challenge and you lost like 10 pounds and you're like halfway through. Yeah. What are you going to do after? And they'll be like, oh, really don't know. Okay, awesome. And here's the easy, you walk them right into the pitch of, hey, this is the program. These are the offers. Like you should definitely sit down and we can go over it, or you should sit down with Noah or Chris or blah, blah, blah. If you don't want to, maybe you don't feel comfortable doing that, but you could even do it. You can go through and say, hey, here's the contract. Here's what we're doing. Here's the offer, which is something that you want to do. And so you kind of do that every single class, or, like plan your time. Like maybe it's Monday and Wednesday class, and like just keep programming them to, want to talk about, oh, how do I become a part of this for a long term versus the short term, and don't have a finite time of like, hey, this is going to end. It's like, hey guys, like plan for next week. Like you could be in your 6 week and you're going to do your weighouts. That's awesome. Let's all meet on Monday and like keep this 6-on-1 going. Let's look, you're awesome. You're all friends. You're high-fiving. Like everybody's excited. This is an easy transition into staying at Body Resolution and keeping that time slot alive for you. We're putting clients in front of you. Just you're like cherry picking them. So you basically sell that block, and then you want to convince those people for 6 weeks. You're convincing them that they need to stay with you and that they need to continue doing this. So just super passionate about that. I'm sorry if it comes across a little preachy, but we want to make sure like, you're talking to them before and after class to make sure that they are going to want to sign up. And then for people who do sign up, like announce it. Let them know, because they're going to get that fear of missing out. Like they're going to get that feeling of like, oh, I need to do that. Or my friends are doing it. I need to do that. So like we want people to be convinced, because if they stop the challenge and they go home and go back to the regular things, we've lost. We're not doing our job. Our job is to keep people here, get them healthy, right? And we know we're the best at doing that. So we need to keep them here. So start planning your messaging. It's before a class, a 6-on-1, before BR Works class, before a group fitness class, start planning in your pitch. Like, hey, we had a couple people sign up for the, the BR Gym Hacker for Life. This is awesome. I'm so pumped to see it working. And they'll be like, well, what is that? And then be like, oh, after class, we'll definitely talk about it. It's going to be awesome. You'll love it. And then you can pitch the whole class at the end. You might even get members to say, I want to be part of the 6-on-1 challenge, so that they can do that too. So just, Communication is huge, and we're putting clients in front of you, prospects in front of you. So let's just grab them, let's get them signed up. Let's make sure that they know what's going on, and we're pitching them both before and after. One of the things that's worked really well for me, not to go on a tangent, is reminding them of their pain point. The pain point is what brought them in the first place. Remember, before you had the 6-week challenge, you had no accountability, you had no structure, you didn't have a nutrition plan. What are you going to do after? Remind them of what they used to do and how hard it was. Now look at you now. You've been consistent for 6 weeks. You've lost X amount of weight. You're doing a nutrition plan that you never thought you'd do before. Guess what? You can do this for life. Like, you can step into the next realm. You can get into the next package. All right, team. Have an awesome day. Thank you.